Is that the official start?
Yeah.
Blame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go!
Salty Language presents Whiskey Richards.
Ooh, very sensual.
Man, I need a moment.
Ooh, damn.
I put on my special kimono just for you.
Damn.
Oh, beautiful.
It's hidden underneath all these clothes.
Yeah.
I swear it's there.
That it's there
We
for
need
that
a-
sensual reveal when you're playing strip poker, right? Because you're just they're like, oh, Dev's gonna take
yeah.
like 6 hours to lose because he's wearing like 14 layers, and you're just peeling clothes off, and then finally, boom, kimono, and they're like, I don't even want him to lose now.
Yeah.
Like that's just I can't handle this, you know?
I mean, once the kimono's out, everybody wins.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. So if you're playing strip poker and you blow a load early, are you out of the game? Is there any sort of rules on that?
And that's got to be some very sensual strip poker.
I mean, I'm just asking. We're talking about a short kimono here. A very short
asking
kimono.
for a friend.
Yeah. Also, who has a towel?
If I soil my pants and I have to take them off, have I already lost?
Right.
I mean, the answer's probably yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I made a front end whoopsie.
Yeah. I'm
the old-
shucking oysters in my pants like y'all.
Shucking oysters. Oh, God. So I guess this is what? Whiskey Richards, Whiskey D's, Whiskey Dick's, whatever.
The as
Episode
of I like to call it
2.
the as of unyet named whiskey project.
Yes.
I like that.
Just
Yes.
because I like really longly named things.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you're joining us this time there, Stuart.
Yep.
We traded in Garrett, got Stuart.
Upgrade. Yeah. I mean, hey,
I'm assuming his computer's still shit.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
He lives in the Great White North or whatever. Maybe Bigfoot took it.
Yeah.
oh, man, that would suck. Like, oh, clearly we've been robbed by a Big Feet. Be like, oh, all he took was our computer. That's strange.
So I'm trying my...
That's the most important piece of technology.
Yeah.
Big feet?
For
Yes.
Big Feet, yes.
He wants to.
trying
I don't have Wi-Fi out here, but I need a computer.
Right.
He just stomps around the woods until he finds someone's unprotected Wi-Fi.
Right, and then downloads a bunch of stuff on his Netflix account or illegally, and then just, yeah, that makes sense.
Moves out back into the woods.
Yeah.
This dude still has Napster.
That's the guy.
Yeah, single-handedly keeping him in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for big F00T at Napster or whatever to seed all these.
Yeah, he's so bad. Like he couldn't even come up with a better nickname than that. No, the best part is he sits down and it's like, what's your name? He types in Bigfoot. Sorry, that name's already taken. Bigfoot 1. That name's already taken. He just sits there for hours trying, like instead of changing it. And then finally he gets, to like you said, where I know I'll make the O zeros. Sorry, that name's taken.
Then he adds a 1. He's in.
Yeah.
Hack the planet.
Ah.
Haxer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only assume it's giving him like awful suggestions to like large shoes, 79 or something.
Right. Large
No,
shoes.
I'm cracking into my infinity bottle. So
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, nice.
I know it smells good.
Which stone is
but
it?
I mean, it looks like the like amber stone or
Because
whatever.
see, there's the move. If you're gonna have you need to have infinity bottles and put a couple drops of like food coloring in each one, so each one is a different stone.
That's pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish I would have wrote down my mix like you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't broke into mine yet. There's only like maybe about that much in the bottom of one of them, so I need to add on top before I break into that bad boy.
Yeah.
Now, see,
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for Christmas, I got this. I got this wee little barrel.
Well, are you
Right.
one of those dogs that rescue people?
That's what it looks like. Yeah, put it here. But it's got a little spigot, and you can put stuff in it, right? Now, part of me was thinking I could put my infinity bottle in it, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to do that.
You're gonna throw the taste off a little bit because if they actually did char it, yeah. Well, and if they actually charred the inside, you're gonna add a little bit more flavor to it. So
yeah.
If you wanted to play around with it, I would just get like a bottle of vodka and throw a bottle of vodka in there.
Oh, let's see. I was thinking, vodka's the way to go. Maybe. See, the problem is the hole's so small, so I can't really throw anything fun in there to be like.
Well, because they don't want you putting anything other than whiskey in there.
Yeah.
They don't want you making sensuals to the barrel.
I mean, if you can make sensuals of that, you got more problems.
Yeah, no, you know what though? In fairness, hey, at least there's something out there for them.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. Yeah, the whiskey's a good call. I'm not 100% sure.
Do they have a barrel they call Magnum that maybe has a bigger opening?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if it was charred on the inside.
Oh, you could throw a little bit of water in there, slosh it around, and see if you get any charcoal bits out.
Yeah.
Because go ahead.
I was like, the more I've been looking at it, the more I'm like, I don't know if I want to put my infinity bottle in there because I can't. One, see the levels.
Right.
Two, I don't know what, like you said, what the wood's going to do to everything.
Yeah. Do you know my favorite part is? Can you fit a straw in the top of that thing?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's got this little spigot, you put in it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
A little barrel rack. Like it's fun. I just wasn't really sure what I'm going to. But I like the idea of vodka.
Yeah.
So you remember way back when we were still going to Cincinnati Beer Fest?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I bought one of those little barrels while we were at I think the last one, and gave it to my buddy Ryan, and he's waiting to put what we'll call essential oils in it.
Oh my!
Because anything other than essential oil distillation is illegal unless you have a license.
Right. Yeah. Making his own beard oil. Got it. Right. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, I got you. Yes.
But yeah, you could one of the suggestions I think in Grand Traverse Distillery or Traverse City Distillery, I'm not sure which it's called. They sell those barrels, and then they sell White Dog to throw in there, so you can age your own whiskey. But a lot of people just buy vodka.
Is I could pick up some delicious Maumee moonshine from the Toledo Distillery.
You could, yeah.
Because I am, plus I also know a essential oil person.
Yeah.
I guess I could probably look into that too.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and you could, if you've got a bottle of something that you're like, man, this is just either like kind of weak or it's just not quite where I want it to be flavor profile wise, you could throw that in there. As long as it's not like one of those flavored heavily sugar drinks.
Oh. I only have one bottle of that, and that's strictly for basically apple cider, salted caramel whiskey.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's definitely something you want to age. Yeah.
It's not terrible, but I would never drink it by itself.
Yeah.
But hot apple cider, it's pretty good.
I bought a bottle it's a Foggy Mountain Distillery, and it's their salted caramel whiskey. It's okay. It is like the flavor's not too bad, but it'll like rot your teeth out. It's so sweet.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's like Mountain Dew mouth, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. So I mix it with Sprite and just up the.
Yeah, naturally.
If you're gonna go in, you might as well go all in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get them teeth out of the way as soon as possible, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's true. Down the hatch.
Yeah,
I am sipping on a nice 10-year Ardbeg. It is delicious. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be.
That does look pretty light, as in color.
Yeah, it's very very color absent, but man, does it pack a punch.
It looks like a whiskey that drinks an okay amount of water.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually the color that doctors suggest your pee look like.
Right.
That nice strong yellow.
So for anyone who can't see this, which is everyone else, when you just tip that glass up the way you did, Dev, the background thing did not pick the glass up at all. The glass just disappeared.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Dev's doing magic on camera for us.
Yeah.
He's like, watch me make this whiskey.
The glass.
Watch me make this whiskey disappear and then disappear.
Yeah.
Cue Chris Angel music. Mind freak.
Oh, fuck.
How about you, Brian? What are you tipping back?
I cracked into the bottle that you got me for Christmas of beer barrel bourbon from New Holland. What do they call themselves? New Holland Spirits. Yeah, New Holland Spirits.
What do you think of that, there,
I'm
sir?
enjoying it. It's good. I like it. Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Please ignore my weird whiskey face that I've never been able to get rid of. Like, I like whiskey. Every time I drink it, though, I make, like, bitter beer face. I'm like, yeah, I can't help it, but I do it.
Calvin, co-host on Shot of History, every time he takes a shot, it's like puckers up his face, turns it in his cheeks, so like, just swallow, man, get it over with.
Yeah.
He's like, take the pain.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said it's so funny, because I like whiskey, I like all that, but it makes me, like, I can feel like if I had dimples, like, right where they would be is where, like, after I drink whiskey, like, it feels like someone's pulling on them. So it makes my face just like, so maybe that's what he has too.
Stop duck facing when you're drinking whiskey.
I'm trying to get my selfies right, yo.
Wait, hold on. I got to take a shooter. Just give me a second.
Oh man. Yeah. I've come to realize that, like shots, like I don't think I can really do shots much anymore. It's just not my jam.
Yeah.
No.
Like it was a couple weeks ago. Oh, good.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I'd say a couple weeks ago, I went out after work, saw my coworkers, because it was my one buddy's birthday. And they were like, let's do a round of Jameson's. I was like, and I am the old man at the table, but it's like, like, I guess.
Right.
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd rather just have the Jameson's like this.
Yeah.
And then and not that I'm a huge Jameson's fan.
Yeah, Jameson is weird, because it's like that transition to Scotch, and it's just off enough. Like, to me, it's got like a little bit of a coppery flavor to it. Mm-hmm. It's just like, no, I'm good.
Like, I honestly don't think I've ever just sat back and like tasted Jameson's. It's always just been in my face in an attempt to erase whatever's going to happen later.
The only one that I have was one of their aged.
The barrel aged ones.
Yeah, because my nephew bought a bottle of one of them years ago. I don't even remember what the hell it was now. And we sat and kind of drank it at first, and then I pulled the Dev move, and I went over and got some ginger ale and mixed it with some ginger ale, and actually it was pretty good with the ginger ale. But I just on its own, I was like, this just isn't something I want to sit and drink all night. Yeah, I mean, we killed that bottle, but it was, I'm not going to lie, I was mixing most of the night.
Yeah.
You'll have that.
Yeah.
It's rough. I don't enjoy it. Like, I thought, maybe back when I first had it, it's like, maybe my palate just hasn't developed enough yet, because now I'm like drinking all these really heavy peated scotches. Maybe now I'll enjoy Jameson. Nope, fuck that shit.
See, I kind of feel like there's got to be, because we're all craft beer drinkers, right?
Right.
Enthusiasts, I would
say. Enthusiasts, yes, enthusiasts. Yeah. But I've got zero problem like going to grab a PBR or like a banquet. Because I think that still works in the whiskey world. You get so used to drinking these higher end whiskeys, then you're like, you know what? Let me get an old number 7.
That's a good question. I don't think I'm that way. I mean, I could definitely see that. Yeah. I mean, there's stuff that's like lower shelf that I've been like, it's here, it's available. I'll drink it. Mm-hmm. Like, Kessler's, let's say, it's like I'm not wanting to spend $8 on a shot
Yeah.
Just to kind of sip on. So, Kessler's is behind the bar is their well stuff, which is just basically whiskey mixed with vodka. I'll drink on that and take like $2.
Yeah. Right.
But I think it's more of a flavor thing, right? Because it's what flavors you enjoy in like that you can pick up naturally and just in sipping on the whiskey that kind of determine. Like I said, Jameson to me just has like that too much of a coppery taste to it that it's just like, it tastes like drinking old blood.
Delicious. Aging blood is the way to go, top notch right there.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Tony. That's what you can use your barrel for. Just
perfect. Fill with blood.
Yeah, just age it with some blood. Be delicious.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't myself experienced the like, oh, I'm gonna have this like low shelf stuff just because I enjoy it.
Do you know what I think?
Cheap.
What I think is interesting is like Jack or Jameson or whatever is, a lot of times you go to a bar and you order a Jameson, it does not come in any sort of a rocks glass. It is generally, they pour a shot and hand it to you because they know what the intent for 99% of the people are with it. So it's one of those things that I think most of my consumption of, well, aside from, drinking Lemmy's or something like that, most of my consumption of most of my consumption of Jack's been in a whiskey and Coke, but if I were just drinking Jack or Jameson, it would all be shot form for the most part. So I don't even know that I've even really sat down and truly sipped on either of those two at any real point. Yeah. Other than, like I said, that one time.
Even when we go to like the bar and we're like, hey, let me get a double Maker's. You have to go in like, like a rocks glass.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want a shot. I want to sip on it.
Right.
Right.
Beer Stoop around here is the only place that isn't that way, because when we would go there for trivia and I'd be like, give me a bullet rye, give me a double bullet rye, he would always bring it out in a rocks glass. So,
well, maybe that's because, Sam is probably the best server the planet's ever seen.
Yeah. He understood what my intention was. It wasn't to just shoot him,
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of that comes down to, other than Sam just being an amazing bartender, I think that also comes down to like the area and the general clientele of the establishment, right?
Yeah,
because you can go to a bar next door, two bars that are right next to each other, and one place will give you basically everything in shot form, and one place will give it to you in rocks glasses.
Oh man.
So
you're not kidding. Tony, do you remember when we went to that bar that was next to, God, what was that called? The Moxie or whatever that we went to that one time?
Oh, yeah.
It was like
it smelled like piss.
Well, and Axe body spray. Yeah. And about to be rape, I'm sure. Like we walked in and it was so much it was all just like shots and woo and all, and we were like, this is not our scene.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll bet that you're right though. That bar probably was serving everything in like little plastic shot glasses and shit. We went to the other place, and when we ordered stuff, it was like, here's the appropriate glass, because we understand that you're not a savage, or you'd be next door, basically.
Right.
But we were savages.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah. No, that's something I never thought about with whiskey, like that backstep.
Right.
Because pretty much when I'm out, I don't order whiskey. Because I have the whiskeys like I have at home. So I'm like, I'll just if I want a whiskey, I'll go home.
I'm that way too, because my main thing is like David said, it's like I really generally don't want to drop $8 on a shot's worth of whiskey. I'd rather just go home and drink some whiskey. Hell, I could stop by the liquor store and buy a small bottle of whiskey for like $10, So
True.
And get a few more shots out of it. So generally, I'd be the same way.
A lot of that stuff that they sell strictly as shooters or as mixers, it's not like a banquet beer where it's like, oh, okay, I can sip on this and just kind of enjoy it. Or even a PBR. A nice ice cold PBR, you can kind of sit and enjoy, even though it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it. Where a lot of these shooter whiskeys, it's like cheap, fast.
Right.
Try to get it out the door. So if it's going to pick up flavor, it's either going to pick up the worst flavors or no flavor at all.
That's fair. That's fair.
And by then, it's been through the same, that barrel's probably been used 15 times. So there's like hardly anything other than the nastiest of flavors left.
Delicious. Yeah. It's like drinking what's left in your gas tank.
Right.
Little gas tank aged bourbon.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That barrel is one more use away from being Tabasco barrels.
Right.
Perfect. Tabasco aged bourbon? What?
Someone had to have done that.
Oh, I'm sure it's been done already. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like everything's been done by now.
Yeah. Well, see, we take this delicious bourbon and then we put it in this barrel that someone vomited in just to see what the flavor profile would be.
And we won tons of awards with it.
Yeah.
No,
and it also cost you $3,000 a bottle.
Yeah, exactly, because it's so rare.
Yeah, exactly. Which is weird because finding some random person to yak in a barrel, not that rare.
No, pretty common actually.
Right, yeah.
But the yak into the right barrel, that's rare.
Well, you got to have the right mixture of yak is the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
They have to feed him a special diet.
Yeah. Beer, bar peanuts, and Fritos.
Yeah. No. He's grain fed. He's grain fed. Free range, grain fed yakking.
Yeah. What's the grain bill on Steve over there?
I feel like you can't use Steve though. I feel like it's got to be like Bryce or Chad. Oh, yeah. It's got to be
Brett.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those frat guy names. The
Gavin.
bros. Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
Right. Well, Tony, oddly enough, I think we just found our side business on Hobo Gulch.
It's true. It's true, right?
Yeah. Delicious. Hobo's choice.
Delicious. Hobo.
It's got a hobo on the thing, and he's like chef's.
Yeah.
No, I feel like Hobo's choice is the whiskey you pull out of the barrel before he yaks in it.
Oh yeah.
It's Hobo Gold for the barrel that he yacked in.
Hobo Gold.
Right. Oh my. I feel like Hobo Gold might be urine.
Right.
I mean,
it might as well be.
Hey, I accidentally put the bourbon in the pea barrel again.
Whatever. Call it Hobo Gold.
Hobo Gold. Slap a label on it. Let's go. Yeah. Perfect.
It's you just got to remember, Train Track over there has a bladder infection, so it's actually Hobo Rose Gold.
Train Track. Just as long as it's not protein based. Yeah. That's my gimmick.
You can really pick up the hints of chlamydia in this one.
Yeah, exactly. It's got a little spicy burn in the aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's weird. Every time I drink this bourbon, I get these things around my mouth.
Those are just bourbon sores. You'll be all right.
Yeah, bourbon sores.
Man. This one burns. Is this that Kentucky kiss they always talk about? Oh no, that's not. No, that's the chlamydia.
Yeah. That's called the back alley open mouth kiss.
That's what we'll just call that one Hobo's Kiss. And that'll be the one that, it'll have a little disclaimer on the bottom, may develop mouth sores.
We can only call it Hobo's Kiss for so long until Gene Simmons comes after us.
Yeah, probably.
Just saying.
Yeah. It's I want to cut. And I'm the original Kiss and person known for giving people sores around their mouths.
That's true.
Oh,
have you seen his hair at this age?
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Oh my God, it looks like just a pile of dry brush.
It's funny because if you look at the wrestler Sting, he's basically got the same hair. He just slicks it back, but if he's in a match and it starts to kind of dry up, it does the exact same thing Gene Simmons' hair does.
He's got dead Christmas tree hair.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad.
He's got waiting for the garbage truck Christmas tree hair.
There was a house a few streets up here. That they put their Christmas tree out, I'm assuming to be picked up or whatever, but they set it up like straight. Like they didn't lay it down on the ground, they had it set up. So, for a couple days,
festive.
yeah, you go by and you're like, oh, okay, there's just a tree out by the street, and of course the wind blew it down because the wind was like, fuck your festivities.
Yeah, and, fuck your tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took mine out today and, I'm planning on shoving it into the burn barrel and having a good old time.
Yeah, I like it. Now there's the barrel to age some stuff in.
Yeah, my 55-gallon steel drum that used to have I don't even know what in it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Perfect. That way, dude, whatever you pull out of that, small batch.
Yeah.
Whatever leaks out of the bottom.
Yeah.
Single barrel.
Yeah, single barrel. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottled in bond.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It's all from this season of burning.
Yes.
It'll be like on Married with Children. Al used to keep his old ashes, because say like yesterday's ashes, today's burgers or something to that effect. He'd always keep all the ashes in the bottom of his grill because it added extra flavor to his burgers. So,
he's probably not wrong.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's all that cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Al Bundy logic, right?
Yeah. Never been flawed.
I'm thinking what we need to do for this, right, is maybe like we all need to get the same whiskeys, whether it be, through whiskey ferries delivering things or whatever, and have a tasting.
That ferry's going to have frequent flyer miles with as far away as Dev is.
It's true, right?
I'm pretty sure I could find some of the stuff.
Yeah. Well, let me rephrase.
Sure.
If Garrett joins, it actually would be more of that because Garrett's like in another country almost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm sitting there thinking like, that might be entertaining. All drink the same stuff and see what we think about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna pick up a bottle of the Larceny Barrel Proof Batch B that releases early summer?
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be easy to find.
The barrel proof that they released last year wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Like to try to find it, but you got to get it right when it comes out.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Isn't that Show's Brian's nephew? Isn't that his bourbon of choice?
Larceny? For sure. Yeah, that's where I first had it actually because he's like, "Hey, I got this bourbon. Do you want to try it?" And I'm like, "Duh," and he brought it over, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like that stuff. That's pretty good stuff."
Pretty sure I brought a big dumb bottle of it to the lake house once.
Yep.
Oh, wasn't that for Let's Eat Hot Wings and Get Drunk Day?
It was either that or there was one other time that I was down there. I think it was after the dumb wing eating contest.
Yeah, which was highly entertaining at the same time though. Yeah.
Oh man. I just had a flashback to that night when we were like forcing beers down our gullet even though none of us wanted to drink anymore. But we just kept drinking beers because who was it, Dev or you, one of the two, had like these bottles in the fridge. Yeah, bombers. And we were like, well, we have to drink them. And none of us wanted them.
Yeah, we brought,
I
can't remember who brought them, but it was a salty language tastes or something like that. We were doing like a special episode.
Yeah.
And we're just drinking. It's like, I mean, it's beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when
it just sounded defeated.
Yeah.
So I got my brother-in-law Peanut involved too, wasn't it?
Right, because most of the ones he was like, "This is terrible."
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Well, it was
it was a Woodford double oaked, my guys.
Nice. It was a good time before we got into the bombers.
Right.
Yeah.
Once we hit that point, all of us were so like, "Oh, okay, fine."
Yeah, it was definitely. I think that might have actually been for episode 300.
It might have been.
Greater,
dude. If you remember, I think you remember better than we do. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was episode 300.
I don't have the internet in front of me because I'm using my phone.
Yeah. I
guess I do have it in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't.
All right, fine. I'll look it up.
I haven't upgraded to a sexy tablet yet, so
You could just get a tablet. It doesn't have to be sexy.
No,
Right.
no, I only get sexy ones.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying you could just Google sexy things on it. That make it sexy enough. Sexy boobies and such.
No. My tablet needs to have curves.
Yeah. So you shot by typing in sexy tablets.
Yeah.
Yes, naturally. Yeah, before you just shot
lots of
tablets, you're going to be disappointed.
I was going to say lots of Viagra ads.
Shit.
I'm waiting for a good one to come up on Wish for $3. So.
Yeah. Oh man.
A good one on Wish.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was definitely not episode 300 because that was in May.
Okay.
Oh, man, I'm
digging.
I'm glad we got someone doing the research.
Right.
Maybe it was episode 200 because I do remember saying to Heno through the powers of the podcast, I'm on the one that matters.
Oh man,
that sounds about right.
I do know by researching because a while ago, Debbie brought up Cincinnati beer. I think, if I remember right, because it was a little bit ago, that our buddy Cheeto Bandito texted me, Brian.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, if Cincinnati Beer Fest is going to happen this year, are you in?" So, Brian, if Cincinnati Beer Fest happens, are we going to Cincinnati again?
Well, I mean we had
going all the way to Southern Ohio.
First of all, that violates Dev's driving through Ohio rule.
Yeah.
No, you can take the long way around. Just go through Indiana, come up through Kentucky.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the worst idea. Stop off for some delicious bourbon at least.
Yeah.
That'd help you get through Ohio.
Yeah. It was it was definitely episode 300. I just looked at the description. It was definitely episode 300.
Was it? Okay.
All right, there you go, everyone listening. Episode 300 if you want to hear us miserably drink bombers.
That's no lie in that too. The sad part is that it was good beer. We were just wow. All right.
The time is happening right now.
I guess. Jeez.
Sometimes I forget how loud that clock is.
I don't, but it's because I hear everything in your house apparently.
Apparently. That's because of all the bugs you put in my walls.
Yeah. No, it's because I told you it's because of the filters in your headphones is what ends up happening. I don't know why, but like I hear so much stuff, and you're like, I didn't even hear it. Either that, or you're way more deaf than I am. One or the other.
What? Q, huh?
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Now, yeah, I don't know if beer festivals are going to be a thing this year, but I'll be honest, I severely miss them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I doubt they're going to be a thing this year too. I think we're going to be looking at next year at best. But
yeah.
We might get the fall beer fest in Detroit.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe.
Yeah. I feel like saying Cincy Beer Fest is going to happen is like really being hopeful because that usually happens in like February.
Oh yeah, that's way too soon. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like Valentine's Day weekend.
Well, there you go, Cheeto. If you're listening, you just can't come to Detroit in fall. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Yeah. Did you say come to Detroit and fall?
Yes, because that's what happens at Beer Fest. Somebody's going to go home with a tattoo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or heavy.
The old head wound.
Yeah.
Or a lap full of someone else's vomit. Either or.
I mean, these things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been fortunate enough, though. I don't think we've had any have we had any injuries at Beer Fest? I feel like there was one.
Brian, do you remember when you almost died?
No, those don't count. I'm immortal. We all know that. I was just faking it.
Okay.
I just wanted attention.
What's funny is when you were talking about a clone trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I don't understand why did you say, well, I'm going to take him to a beer fest.
Yeah,
heavy beers.
Damn it, it didn't have a perfect answer because that would have easily been the answer. Yeah.
Yeah, that is how you kill yourself there. Your clone.
Put me anywhere near heat, basically. It's over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen.
Bunch of heavy beers at 65 degrees.
It's true. I can handle 4-degree weather in heavy beers. 85 in heavy beers, forget it. I'm done.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over. Twice, yeah.
But there's light beer options.
Whoa, slow down. I'm sorry. I got 2 words for you. Double digit.
Yeah. It's so funny how often that happens, and it isn't on purpose. It just happens to be like that first time that it happened when I got in and Tony and I walked over to a tent, and the first tent we walked up to, you know, I'm looking and I'm like, hey, I don't really, there's some beer that was 11 or something, and I'm like, that beer sounded good, so I started there, and it's just.
You should just get a shirt that just says, "What's the highest ABV beer?"
No, I should get a beer that says, "Please don't serve me anything over a 6."
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any stupid Scotch ales for me to drink?
No, we should get you a shirt that has like a thermometer on it.
Yeah.
And, like it shows like if the temperature is here, serve me beers lower than this mark.
Do you have any
Leah?
Bud Light?
Can't hear me.
Is the temperature above 70? Bush.
Yeah.
Bush lattes. That's all I get to drink.
Yep.
Goddamn Bush lattes.
Yeah. If it's above 70, I automatically become the designated driver. That's what happens.
Just because I might lose you guys, I got to take one of the dogs outside, but I still got my earbuds in, so I don't have the ranges on these. Right. But keep talking. Don't mind me.
We can pause for a second because I could go pee.
Okay. Well, let's do that then. We'll be right back.
Bryan, just handle the show.
Or I just did, but whatever.
Come on, Pope.
And we're back.
I need like an old man sweater vest, because now that I took off my old man sweater, I'm a little chilly. I need a happy medium.
You just need to drink more.
Maybe that's the move.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Dev's right.
Yeah, just drink more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the solution.
It's the kimono lifestyle, Tony.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're a little chilly, just drink some more. You know.
Right.
If your kimono happens to come open, you get a little chilly. Hey, it happens. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Just drink some more. You won't care.
I'm assuming we all cut the kimonos so they always strategically fall open.
Oh, for sure. I don't even use the belt on mine. I took it off.
Oh, man.
Just keeps getting in the way, you know?
Yeah.
Man, I took down all the Christmas today, guys.
Yeah. Like in your neighborhood or just your house?
Yes, in the neighborhood. The weirdest part was carrying Cousin Eddie back to the garage.
Yeah. Were you cupping?
Christmas was gone from here like 2 days after.
Yeah, pretty much here too.
I wanted to do that, but I just was not feeling it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, 40 degrees, and which is pleasant around here this time of year, I was like, let's just do it.
I don't know. I still feel like Cousin Eddie should just stay up year round. You should just change him into other outfits from the movies.
Yeah.
Like when he's in the white t-shirt that he has tucked into his Speedo, for the summer. He's got the blue leisure suit, he's got the other bathing suit in Vegas Vacation when he meets Wayne Newton, or not really a bathing suit, but it's like a striped tank top and shorty shorts. That's all you got to do. Just pick his different outfits and yeah,
that's the move.
Yeah,
that's an awful National Lampoon's deep cut. I don't think people are going to really get.
I disagree.
I'd be like, why is that dude still got that mannequin in his front yard?
Well, the best one will be the one where he's in the Speedo with the t-shirt.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the one I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell? Because that's only
what is wrong with these people?
That's only in like Clark when he's fantasizing about getting a pool in Christmas Vacation. It's only in there for like a minute, and he fantasizes. Right. For some reason in his fantasy, Eddie's in a t-shirt and a Speedo.
You just got to wait for the laundry girl, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maliki Miki Haka or whatever song.
Right.
I don't even know.
But I don't think she's going to show up in your front yard. So.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Hi, cat. I'm being assaulted. Here we go. Get on my whiskey. Jesus Christ.
She wants some tasty beverage too.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, here, smell. You want to smell? Stupid.
It's like, who the hell are these people? I'm out of here. It's like, hey, hold on. Let me turn around, show everyone my asshole.
Hard pass.
Yeah. She saw me and Dev. Hard pass. Hard pass. Here's my asshole, which is a weird mixed message.
That would be the best possible outcome, right? Like, oh, hard pass, but here's my asshole.
Like, well, I mean, I guess.
All right. Well, I don't get front door access, but I'll take back, I guess. Yeah.
Whatever.
Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Yeah. Well then.
Ooh. Hey, look, whiskey.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. So when's the last time you really drank some whiskey, Brian?
It's been a while. Your house.
Oh, really? That night. We were hanging out down the stairs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, try this.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was a good night. That was a lot of fun.
Someone wants to feed me, various amounts of... What the hell is going on?
Leah is letting Poe in, and that
Sweet.
cat that was up here harassing me, her greatest pleasure in life is trying to get outside.
Oh, okay.
All
right, I get you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So you gotta watch her. She's like, time to do the Great Escape and stuff. Because,
Right.
Thank you, Leah. You're the best.
She'll be back.
Nice.
But Tony, did she take your slips?
She did.
All right.
She brought them back, though.
All right. Wow. That's awful considerate of her. I wouldn't have. I would have left them over. I would have just left them outside, honestly. I would have taken them off right before I came back in.
Just leave them in the driveway.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds about right, actually.
You want them, go get them.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, I trained you well.
Yeah. The student has become the master.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta say, fellas, I really, I miss doing like this kind of thing in person. I'll be honest.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why we haven't. There's no reason we can't do it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, there's a pandemic.
I'm trying to keep this evergreen, Dev. No.
or a coup, or
oh my god,
or a civil war, or
yeah.
Michigan's put up a border across Ohio. I don't know. We finally got tired of the Toledo War bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, Toledo's okay now. But do you really want it? I kind of want to move back to Michigan. So I mean, you can have it if I can.
I don't know if you do, man. There's.
You know what? Now that I think about it, auto insurance. Now I'm good being here.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Good Lord.
I think we should just all move to
Kentucky.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But then Mitch McConnell's our senator.
We'll start grassroots.
Turtles live forever.
Grassroots campaigns, Dev. We'll get the change.
Yeah. I actually had a buddy send me a job posting for Beam Suntory to be their quality control checker, and in the job description, it's like, must be willing to try whiskey, and I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah. Dang it!
I am an expert in this field.
Can you imagine somebody reading that application, or the thing going, okay. I don't drink whiskey. Like,
yeah,
that's the whole job. Like, or part of the job, I should say. Maybe not the whole job, but I'm sure they want you to do other things than drink whiskey.
Right. Yeah, all this walking and all that, I'm fine with, but the whiskey, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah,
hard pass, baby. Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be a good gig, I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done some of the techniques that they require you to be able to do, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
Yeah.
What kind of techniques well, hold on, I need to hear more about these techniques. Are we talking like hook and ladder, rusty trombone? Like, what kind of stuff are we talking?
I wish it was that exciting.
Yeah, I mean, do they have I would assume they have some sort of whiskey tasting school you can go to.
Yeah.
Called
there's
a bar.
The one that the Whiskey Tribe guys do.
Right.
That's the sommelier course, but it's not really it's not really a certified class.
Yeah.
there is the classes on like just being a distiller in general. But
yeah.
I mean, basically, I definitely do not have the palate to be like an official, like, oh, there's this, I taste the tannins and the leathers and the, like,
Yeah.
it
says like, a hint of horse saddle.
Yeah. you give me something to be like, this has a lot of corn in it. I can taste the corn. Next.
Yeah. This tastes like whiskey. Next.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to need a little
tastes
more.
Like somebody gave me a watered down Coke.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'd love to see on the cover of like Whiskey Aficionado or whatever, just a quote, "This is good."
Yeah. No. It's a picture of Dev, and it says Big Dev brings a fresh new approach to whiskey tasting.
Yes.
It's like, yo, this ain't bad.
Good. It would be it'd be, yeah, I can drink this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get crunk to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he becomes the whiskey world's darling, Everyone wants him to come taste their whiskey and give it his fresh take on it.
Yeah. Buffalo Trace has the Kimono series.
Right.
Oh man, that'd be so great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, each one's got a little kimono label on it.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Just around the neck.
Yeah. Well, sure, it's got to be short.
Yeah.
Scandalously short.
Scandalously short. I mean, I saw when I was doing actually when I went and bought your bottle, Bryan, a couple other bottles I bought people for Christmas. That I think it was Maker's Mark had some of their bottles had little Christmas sweaters on them. And it was adorable.
So if you sign up to be a Maker's Mark ambassador, they send you a Christmas gift every year, and I've got like.
You know what? I'm an ambassador, and I never updated my address.
Oh.
Well,
Shit.
and a couple of years ago, so I lost my ambassadorship too, and I've got to re-up. But a couple of years ago, they were like updating their systems, and if you hadn't logged into their ambassador website, a lot of that stuff stopped. I had the Maker's Mark bottle sweater and the mistletoe to hang over the cap of the bottle and all that. It was they were cool tchotchke
I have
type
Maker Mark socks. That's the only thing I got from them.
Yeah.
Shit,
I mean, I spent real money on a Maker's Mark polo shirt, but I don't hardly ever wear it.
Only when you're tasting whiskeys, so you look fancy.
Right.
Yeah.
That
explains the shirt. Yeah.
Just like the shirt says, nope, not today.
Yeah. I appreciate that a Maker's Mark polo is what makes him fancy.
It makes me look official. It's like the guys at the Cincinnati Beer Fest. They all put on the distributors' shirts, but you ask them any questions, they're like, I don't know. They just told me to work this booth.
Yeah, exactly.
So frustrating. God, I hated that.
I would love to get a beer polo and just walk around a beer fest and try to look official.
Yeah.
Just try to blend in and shit.
Yeah. It's easy enough to get. Just jump on eBay. They're all over eBay.
I know.
I see them in thrift stores quite a bit too.
Just slide behind the booth. Like, no, I got these pours. You guys are on break.
I might have like a Jack Daniels golf shirt somewhere that I picked up. So, like I said, they're not that uncommon.
Oh, no. See, the move is we find you one of those 1980s era satin jackets, but like the silver one, that's the Coors Light jacket.
Bro.
Yeah, that's the move.
If you can find me a golden banquet, I'm in.
No, it's got to be the silver bullet jacket. It's way classier.
Yeah, but I don't drink Coors Light.
You don't have
Coors
to.
Banquet.
You're not a beer rep, but you were just talking about pretending you were a beer rep.
You're right.
But it'll be like wearing a jersey for a team I don't support.
No, it won't, because if someone comes up to you and starts talking to you about Silver Bullet, you'll be like, I hate that swill the whole time.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I hate the Silver Bullet. Banquet's the way to go.
Yeah.
Then why are you wearing that jacket? Because it's the one I can find.
Right. You're like, because I'm a big Bob Seger fan. Duh. That's a joke no one's going to get.
I got it. I think we got it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Bryan. That's a good one.
I support the Bob Seger and Airstream RV trailer.
Yes,
exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
don't know why. I've been, for some reason, I was looking at beer merch the other day online. I don't know why. I think I was in a grocery store and I saw a dude that had weird, like a golden banquet hoodie. And I'm like, I like that hoodie. I'd wear that hoodie.
Yeah.
I'm like, he looks about my size. No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to catch you outside. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I don't have it. No, I have a Jim Beam shirt for some reason. I don't even like Jim Beam.
Yeah. Probably because they're
Yeah.
easy to come by, like the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Beam proper or like the white label stuff?
Yeah. It's just like the shirt's just black and then like dark gray, so you can barely see the Jim Beam logo. But but yeah, it's just Jim Beam standard issue. I'm just not a fan of the Beam, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it falls into the category of like Jack. It's like it'll get the job done, but it's not going to be my first choice. But if someone buys it for me,
Jim's a little bit better than Jack.
True. It's like if someone buys it for me, I'll certainly drink it. I'm not going to just throw it in their face, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely take Jim over Jack any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And at least Jim I can sip on. Jack is definitely another one of those, like, no, it's got to be shot. The flavor is off.
Yeah.
It smells like see, Jack is something. Jack, old number 7, I've never just like thrown in a little whiskey glass here and never just sipped it and see how it tastes.
Yeah.
No.
But that would
Don't
mean
waste
I have to
your
buy
time.
a bottle of it.
Yeah.
I want to buy a bottle of it.
Don't waste your time.
No, if you were to buy a bottle for that purpose, you buy one of the real small bottles, like behind the counter, or one of those little like hotel or like not hotel, airplane size ones. Yeah.
Like I have that. I think I had you try it, Brian. I got that Jack Daniels. It's like single barrel strength, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, that I liked.
But old number 7.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The bourbon not labeled as a bourbon.
Yeah, the Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
It's charcoal filtered or whatever.
Just like me.
A lot of bourbons are.
Yeah.
Well, slow down. Tennessee way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's the Lynchburg method or something like that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which just means it tastes like sour ass.
Delightful. Dank and skunky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they used to say before the umami became a term,
Dank and skunky.
No, whatever Dev said, I forgot it already.
Oh, sour ass.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. They're like, all these and sour ass. They're like, I feel like we got to come up with a better name than that.
Yeah. We need something with, let's get a think tank together.
Yeah.
On this. We need something better than sour ass.
Yeah. Can we stop letting the drunk guy name things?
Slow down all the sour ass merch. We're gonna
slow down. It's already on its way.
The truck is almost there.
I guess we're sending it to third world countries now. You just see a bunch of random kids in sour ass t-shirts.
Right.
Sour ass flat bills and snapbacks and shit.
Fanny packs, everything.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, if there was a fanny pack that said sour ass,
dude,
I might be forced.
I'm pretty sure like Teespring or one of those sites, you could have it done. All you have to do is upload the whatnot and order one.
Yeah, but that involves a lot of work. I just want one handed to me.
Really? Okay. I was gonna say it doesn't really involve that much work.
And it's too much for me to.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. All right, fine.
Maybe
we should make we need to make like
late April.
Yeah.
With my birthday rolling around.
Yeah.
If I were to be,
gifted one,
handed a sour ass fanny pack.
Right. I feel like
there is a Urban Dictionary entry for sour ass.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear it.
Sour ass is an uncomfortable condition caused by ass cheese, which is typically the result of inadequate ass wiping.
That's understandable. That's understandable. Yeah. I've been around some people that's the right term. I would definitely describe that as sour ass. So,
yeah.
You got to go back for a couple of rounds there, buddy.
Yeah. A couple more rounds.
Yeah, a couple more rounds.
Dunk your ass in the toilet, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
You need some of those flushable wipes, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Invest in the ass power washer.
Yep.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Or just head outside for a minute and just, thumb on the end of the hose kind of a thing.
I was talking about legs in the air, just dragging across the grass.
Hey, that works too, Yep.
Like he has worms or something.
Right. That's why you do that at other people's houses,
Yeah. There's nothing worse if you see a goddamn dog do that on your carpet.
What you do is you knock on your neighbor's door and say, hey, can I borrow your bathroom? When they let you in, you just start dragging ass across the carpet.
Yeah, exactly.
And then get up
and
run out.
Find your way out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have problems with cleaning up shit on your carpet?
I don't, no.
Good. I need to come in for a few minutes.
Yeah. Like, have a seat. They're pointing at the couch. You're like, do you mind if I sit on the floor?
Like, yes, actually we do.
Yeah. After the last time you were over, yes, I definitely do.
Yeah.
Oh,
just come over, completely Donald ducking it.
Yeah.
Can I have a seat on the floor?
You come over the next time, they don't have any more carpet. It's just linoleum everywhere.
Oh,
where'd it go?
Oh, Tony, what did you do? Your picture went away.
Well, I had reason. It's telling me my phone is at temp. I just had to plug it in real quick. Make sure I'm charged. It figures the one charging cord ripped sus. So I must have plugged it in. It wasn't charging at all.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Because I've basically switched to all wireless charging now. So
yeah.
Now I feel like a goddamn caveman if I cord it in the back of my phone or whatever.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You jumped 5 years into the past.
Yeah, I know, right?
Pretty soon you'll just be buying new phones every time one dies.
Yep.
This one's dead, Margaret. I need another one.
Yeah.
With all that hobo gulch money, you just be buying new phones.
Man,
for
just
sure,
rolling in.
We got a huge stack of them Obama phones still. We just keep using those,
Good old Obama phones.
Yeah, I mean, we filled out paperwork for a lot of those hobos and got a bunch of phones. We didn't give them to them, of course, because you don't want it's like in the old days when movable type became a thing. You didn't let the servants, you don't let the peasants have the movable type,
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk history while we were drinking.
Right. So switching over to Lefroy.
Wait, move it to your left, Dev. Yup, gone.
Magic.
Damn it. Dev's mind freaking us left and right tonight.
Yeah, the Lefroy's got a little bit more color to it.
Uh-oh. Where'd they go?
Quite a bit more color.
Where'd my other whiskeys go?
And I own 1 square foot of Irish soil or Scottish soil.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because
I heard
when you
about
buy
this.
a bottle of Lefroy, there's a code that comes in the package that you can own. Basically, because you bought the bottle, you own a square foot of Lefroy's property.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So that's not what I thought you were talking about. Like on one of the Chip Chippersons, Tony, the one Rich Voss is on, he talks about how he bought Scottish land for his family for like 1 foot square of it or whatever for Christmas.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really shitty gift.
If you really go hard in the paint and really like buy up some Lefroy, can you just and eventually just put like a tiny house on your property or something?
Or you start making them pay you rent? Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Probably not.
You'd have to buy a big lot of Lefroy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
Tony's prepared with all this. We're thinking Hobo Gulch too here, or over in there, so. All right, I'm moving
I'm
on
just saying.
I have these little taster bottles that Jen gave me a while ago.
Oh, yeah?
So this one says New Riff Single Barrel.
Oh, so this is
this is
bourbon
fancy.
pie.
I guess.
Yeah. Man, shoot. I mean, I'm looking over my little shelf of whiskey that's never made its way downstairs yet.
Yeah.
I just keep bringing bottles up and not taking them back down, so I look like just a savage.
That sounds right. I mean,
Is there a bottle of Monkey Shoulder over there?
There actually is.
Of course there is.
There actually is.
Tony,
Maybe I'll grab that next.
Tony always has monkey shoulders around.
Right, I do. I
His-
have them
his
hanging
own.
up off of hooks.
You're constantly flipping malt, so your shoulder has developed a little bit of a hunch.
Old hunch.
Flipping malt sounds like a euphemism for sure.
That sounds like a shitty HTV show.
It sounds like a shitty something. So I was in the bathroom the other day flipping malt. Oh boy.
We used to start spraying malt. Just saying.
Just hosing the place down with malt.
Yeah.
Just
Oh. Hate it when that happens.
yeah, I like a tasting show. I think that'd be fun.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Versus this, which is a tasteless show.
Heyo.
Waka waka.
Now back to Hobo Gulch. If we were actually had a Hobo Gulch, you know what the money making move is, Brian?
I think we've already discussed
Life
it.
insurance policies.
Oh, nobody's going to give us life insurance on them unless they're real shady life insurance. It'll be called real shady life insurance.
Exactly. Dev, you want to get in the insurance bit?
I got some extra money laying around.
Excellent.
All right, perfect.
Let's buy us some hobos.
Well, makes sense. I mean, you got to buy a few and breed them until you have a whole bunch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. God damn it! I got some hobos. Yeah, what I got here is freaking purebred street trash.
Yeah, his dad was rail car. You know,
rail car.
You don't say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he bred with underpass. And
what part of the country was this underpass in?
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago.
No, underpass is the lady he bred with.
Yeah. She was from Chicago, though. I mean, it was you weren't wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you ever shit on the overpass? Like,
oh, that's terrible.
it is.
Yeah, nothing like breeding hobos.
Yep. Actually, we wouldn't need to breed them. All we'd have to do is contact cities around the country and be like, hey, do you want to deal with your homelessness problem?
Yeah.
And they would be like,
sure, what do you got? Be like, we have a canyon.
Yeah, and they'd be like,
we take full advantage of these people.
Right. Like, all you need to do is get them there, and they'd be like, done.
Yeah.
I mean, look
we have a gulch and an insurance scam.
Yeah. They're like, cut us in on the insurance scam, and we got a deal. Like, we know people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Kwame Kilpatrick was our first customer.
Oh, Kwame. That's not a name I've heard in a while.
Yeah.
QO. Not a name I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
Brian, you know.
Uh-oh.
Say what?
You broke up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, did the internet what happened?
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Boy.
Craig's seeking his revenge
Yep.
right now.
He's hacking into the networks.
Yep. Only
Yeah.
you. I can hear Dev fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that sus charge cord is what it is.
Yeah. You didn't know that's actually
It
Craig's
could be.
brother.
That's Craig 3.0.
Yeah. Or his stepbrother, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Ooh, there's a lot more.
Charge cord.
I'll tell you this. There's a lot more burn with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I felt.
what's proof on that?
I don't know. She didn't write any of that stuff down. It just says what it is on the
Not on it?
label.
Oh.
I mean,
so
I
it's
could
just
do,
like
you know, research. I guess.
What's the name of this bottle?
Your mama?
Come on, Dev.
New Riff Single Barrelable.
New Riff Single Barrel. All right, let me pull up Distiller here real quick.
That is a cool app, by the way. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I told you, Untapped for booze.
It's Untapped for whiskeys.
Word.
It's funny. I was drinking a beer from a new local brewery that came up. You know, it's called like Quenched and Dredged, or I don't remember.
I hate it already.
Blacksmith terms.
Yeah.
But they're going to be opening up a tap house downtown, and they commented on one of my check-ins, and they're like, "Where is this all the beers studio?"
Yeah.
In my house, guys.
My house, yeah.
Let's see here. New Riff. I just saw it.
Oh, I got it right here.
This is the New Riff.
New Riff Single Barrel.
Yep.
What's the distiller say?
You want me to read their description? I got it right here. It says, New Riff Single Barrel Bourbon is made with the same mash bill as the brand's standard bourbon release. 65% corn, 30% rye, and 5% malted barley. These single barrel releases are selected by retailers or on-premise locations. It's aged for 4 years in 53-gallon new charred American oak barrels. Yeah.
It does not give a proof statement in here.
No, it doesn't. It says the ABV is 55.
It's low on the salty notes. Unacceptable.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's low on my salty notes too. I don't really like it. Like it tastes okay, but I don't like. It's a lot of like, you know, like when you drink cheaper whiskeys, and this is not a cheaper whiskey necessarily, but whatever. But you know, like there's like all this burn and less flavor. It feels like, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. Is it burned all the way down like into my chest? But as far as but there's not a lot of flavor notes that really seem to hang on the palate after drinking it. So
sounds like a travesty.
Yeah, not a big fan of this one.
Have you had a lot of higher proof stuff in the past though?
No. So maybe that's
that
what
could
it is.
be.
Yeah.
You could just not be acclimated.
That's very well what it could be.
Do you have like a little water by it? Put a couple of drops of water in it and see if that changes it up.
Yeah. You know what? I could do that. I don't have water, but I can throw a tiny ice cube in there.
Proof that bitch down.
Yeah, proof it down a little bit. It might bloom into something delicious for you.
Yeah, it better.
Or it'll still be shit.
Right. Or it'll just stay the ugly duckling.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
The ice cube will help a little bit too. I mean, you might get a little.
Yeah, we'll see.
You still get a little bit of the alcohol burn, but
I don't
depending on how long you let it sit.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're telling me he likes little kids? Yeah, Ice Cube. You got it.
Like the burn doesn't bother me, you know, but it's just the truth is that was the first thing that I noticed was like as soon as I drank it, it was just like burn, and then there was a little bit of flavor, and then it was almost like it was just gone. Like there was nothing that kind of hung around.
If you had to describe the flavor, what would you describe it as?
Sour ass. No. I don't even know. Hold on. Let me take another little sippy poo here.
I like that you're rocking the Glen Karen there. That's nice. That's a pro move right there.
Yeah, Jen bought these for me years ago. Like I've had them just sitting back here in a box. And I like when we were talking about doing this tonight, I was like, I need to get one of those out. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's here, and heck yeah, it is. If not, I was going to go dig a rocks glass out somewhere. Yeah, that actually did help.
That's the whiskey glass of choice, my friend.
Yeah.
I've got the
like I said,
the Glen Canyon, so the much larger version of that.
That's a great name. That is a great name.
Glen Canyon.
You know what? The little bit of ice there did certainly help, like the burn. Well, also it's the second drink. You know, the second drink usually burns a little less, but
Oh man.
Yeah, I would say it's more like vanilla is more of what I would say if there was a note that I would get. It reminds me of a kind of a mild, you know, kind of flavor like that.
A little Nilla, huh?
Yeah, and it's yeah, that made a difference for me. That hits my palate a lot better. So
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So what did she do? Did she make you up like some sort of like whiskey sampler for Christmas or something?
Yeah, I got four little taster bottles in here. So, it wasn't for Christmas. It was she just did it because she's got a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, I was under that impression because she sent me like an invite to some sort of Twitter bourbon group.
Yeah. And she's got she posted a picture of her. She got a cabinet thing that was her grandma's, and she fixed it up a little bit. Now she's got it's just covered in bourbon basically now.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a similar situation. I've got a small china cabinet from my great grandmother that I basically stripped and painted, and it holds all my liquor. But it's not just bourbon. It's like scotches, bourbon, different tequilas, rum. I've been really getting into rum lately.
Have you tried Bumbu?
I have not.
That sounds like some product for your butt.
That sounds like something straight out of Hobo Gulch.
Yeah.
Well, from what I hear,
instead of having a boo-boo, do you have a bumbu?
You have a Bumbu.
Buy our salve.
Some of my coworkers have told me about this. I guess it's Little Wayne's rum.
Okay.
It's apparently delicious.
See, I'm super sus of any celebrity brand.
What?
Same here. I've tried some different celebrity endorsed whiskeys and such, and they're usually trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I tried was it Post Malone's rosé. It was actually not terrible.
Have you had Conor McGregor's Irish whiskey?
Who's Irish whiskey?
Conor McGregor.
Oh, no.
I've not read great stuff about it. I've read that it's pretty weak, which is kind of funny.
I've heard it's hot garbage.
Yeah.
I tried Aviation Gin.
Yeah.
Which is Ryan Reynolds gin.
Mm.
Hard pass, bud.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Yeah. So I'm a little sus too.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was when I was Christmas shopping. I saw they had a display in the liquor store, and the bottle's cool.
Yeah.
And it's the first thing that catches your eye. It's like it's like a movie cover or whatever.
Yeah. And
I had no idea it was Little Wayne's. I just saw it, and like a week later, a dude I work with, have you ever had Bumbu? Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, it's Lil Wayne's rum. He showed me a picture of it. I'm like, that's that stuff I saw at the liquor store. But I've never tried it.
Yeah.
Well,
rum.
Crystal Skull vodka is Dan Aykroyd's.
Aykroyd, yeah.
Yeah. I've also heard terrible things about that.
That the bottle's
and
cooler
Crystal
than the
Skull,
booze.
'cause he's in the aliens.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and
like my sipping rum, and I have very little experience of rum, is Ronzacao, but it's delicious.
Smooth. That's where the smooth came from. Remember?
Yeah.
Smooth. You should try Papa Pilar. It's not really a 24-year-old, but they call it a 24-year-old because it's a Solera type blend. So it's got blends from barrels that are 24 years old, but it's not really 24 years old. But it looks like one of those old school water canteens.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a super cool bottle, and it's got a lot of cool flavor. I really enjoy it. They have a 7-year that basically has just like a tinge of yellow color to it. It looks a lot like the Ardbeg, where it's like that perfect, like, I'm perfectly hydrated right now.
Perfect piss.
Yep.
Yeah. But, I've been trying to because I liked Bacardi for the longest time. It was like, oh, well, this is rum. And then somebody was all like, no, that's not rum. That's like,
you're like, that is rum.
That's like piss water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Jamesons of rum.
Yeah. So I've been I've got a bottle of, what is it, Appleton Estate, Papa Pilar, Plantation. Plantation's probably my favorite right now, but the Papa Pilar is pretty up there, and it's pretty accessible.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I think I have a bottle of rum downstairs.
I haven't had a
And it's
bottle
just
of rum.
strictly to make mojitos, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't had a bottle of rum in God knows how long. I don't even remember what brand it was now. Honestly, well, no, it wasn't Captain because you know what? I think it was a bottle of Kraken was the last rum I actually even had.
Oh yeah.
So
they've got a cold brew coffee Kraken now.
That makes a lot of sense. Like that really, I could see where that probably is a win for people who like coffee, which is not me.
So you're saying it's not a win?
No, it is. I said it is for people who like coffee.
Right.
Right.
I'm talking about for you.
Yeah. No, for me, not a win, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't have a ton of experience of rums, despite the fact of the various tropical vacations I've been on with rum tastings and such. But I mean, my stepdad turned me on to Ron Zacapa, and I do enjoy it, and I think it's a very good sipping one.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that also
unless
might be
you
from the nights of just sitting around and killing a bottle of it with my family.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was going to say, unless you've done, a power hour before you start sipping it, then I would not recommend it.
Yeah, it's right out.
That was a terrible idea.
Always.
Especially when your best friend pours you a big glass of it.
Yes.
A power hour with sour apple schnapps after drinking a quart of chocolate milk is a bad idea.
No, my friend, that is a terrible idea. Is what that is.
Yeah, it was not good.
Ooh.
I'm just going to say it right here. Power hours in general are a terrible idea.
Yes.
It was college.
Yeah, I know. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do it when you're in like your 30s, like some retards did.
God, no.
And we were just like, all of us got like a bottle of booze for Christmas, so we were like, okay, we'll just do a round table of the booze for the power
Let's
hour.
try all the boozes,
including Captain Morgan's various whiskeys. I believe there was a tequila in there. Oh boy, what a terrible idea! Yeah,
what a terrible idea. I'm sorry, Liver. I apologize.
We were way too old for that.
No, we're just about the right age now to do shot chess.
No,
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed, but it's still a terrible idea.
Yeah. I
think I'd rather play Shot Battleship.
I was gonna say I'm just gonna sit there and I just do the shots because I don't know how to play chess. So I guarantee, I'm gonna lose. I might as well just get hammered.
Right.
I've seen Shot Battleship, and I think that's a cool setup. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got shot chess and like a Plinko game that's called Drinko.
Right.
Very clever.
Yeah.
My favorite is the one where it's like the wheel that's got all the different things on it. Like there actually are a couple that are like water, but most of them are booze around it, and you like spin the wheel kind of a thing, and whatever it lands on, you have to drink that shot, basically.
Well, so Drinko is supposed to be one where like one of the shots is something just absolutely awful.
Right. Like spicy mustard or something.
Right.
Or sriracha.
Well, but it looks close enough to everything else that's on the board that you don't know that it's the bad
so
thing.
You might think it's like Worcestershire sauce or whatever, and you think it's like Jaeger or something.
Like a New Jersey Turnpike where somebody just took the bar mat and emptied it into a glass. Like yeah.
Barrel aged bull semen.
Right.
Barrel aged.
Or like the this one you'd actually know that it wasn't a good shot because this is one that I came up with, Montezuma's Revenge, which was it's just cold refried beans in the bottom of a shot glass with a shot of tequila on top.
That sounds so gross.
Yeah, that sounds pretty vile.
The guy that took that shot was not happy with
listen, and you can ask Tony. I've drank some pretty vile stuff because of what we used to call dollar bets, which was if there was a nasty drink or just somebody being stupid, they would slap $1 on the counter and I would probably drink it within reason. And, oh God, I don't know how many times I drank things I had no business drinking. Yeah. So nothing that bad though.
There's a bar in Ann Arbor called Good Time Charlie's, and they have a off-menu shot menu which it's all shots that are meant to be like, hey, it's your buddy's 21st birthday. He's 6 sheets to the wind. Give him this. Like, one's called Gorilla Piss. There's the urinal, the New Jersey Turnpike, the smoker's cough, which is like Jaeger with a dollop of mayo in it.
Oh.
Just like the worst of the worst.
God, that sounds awful. I was thinking just like they pour an ashtray into a glass, but oh man.
No, it's Jaeger and a dollop of mayo.
I think I'd rather drink an ashtray.
I mean, Brian, have you ever had Jaeger and mayo? It might be delicious.
I have a strong feeling it is not, or it wouldn't be on that menu.
Have you ever had mayo and like black licorice?
No, oddly enough, I have not,
Sir, you're missing out. You've never been to one of my Super Bowl parties.
Right. When you first said that, I was thinking of, how like they have those like, was it Jelly Belly and some of those other flavored jelly beans, how they have the ones where you spin the wheel and you pick or whatever, and some of them taste good and some of them taste like ass, basically. That's what I was thinking of with the shots. Was I expected it to be something along those lines. Like, oh, God. Yeah. That's the dice game at the bar right there, is they have that menu and then a menu of, like, good shots kind of a thing, and you have to, like, spin the wheel and whatever it lands on is what you get, and good luck to you.
Yeah. Like shit, full-blown AIDS.
Again? That has to be a 1, because that's got to be like the crit miss. Is like, oh man, like
crit fail, disappear forever.
Right.
Yep. Bringing it back around. Bringing it back around
for nobody but the three of
us.
Well
done. Obscure callbacks. I love it.
It's okay. Be all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The thing I haven't really got involved with too much is tequila.
Fuck tequila.
Oh, tequila's so good.
Nope.
See, I haven't had good tequila.
I don't even care.
That's my problem. Because when I went to Mexico, they had a tequila tasting every day. I just was never in the state of mind to make it.
Right.
So
going back to the celebrity stuff, The Rock's got a tequila out now. Have you had that, Dev?
What's it called? Was it called Rock Bottom?
No, it's not gimmicky like that. He essentially, their goal was to become kind of like the Tito's of the vodka world. Or tequila world, sorry, not the vodka world. Yeah, the tequila world.
I mean, it's not like called the strudel or
No, it's nothing. It's called like Terramana or something like that. It's Teremana. And
do you like Terramana?
It doesn't matter if you, I don't know. I mean, it's been selling well, but of course it has because it's the Rock.
I mean, I know
Terramana Tequila Blanco, so it has like no age to it, so it's just like a clear.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. I think there's one that's the yellowy one, and then the clear one.
I know his gimmick is long dead, but he should have called it the People's Tequila.
Yes, he should.
Yes.
Or that should at least be the byline on it, right?
Right.
Like Terramana, the People's Tequila. That would have been the move. Yeah.
Let's see here. Our tequila. Let's do some research here.
Yes. Fill me in on Dwayne Johnson's tequila.
Who?
It's crafted Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Ah, okay. I've heard of him. Yeah. I didn't know who this other guy was.
Crafted in a small Mexican town.
Mm-hmm.
It's brick oven roasted.
So am I.
Distilled in handmade copper pots.
Same.
And on their website, they do have a Respirado.
Is that a revival thing?
That's one of my favorite Eagles
I knew it. I was waiting for it.
They have the Blanco and the Respirado. So they do have a slightly aged version.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck that noise. I'm not going to try that.
I wouldn't either unless I could. Like, if I'm somewhere and someone has it, I'll try it. But first of all, I hate tequila. Second of all, I hate tequila.
I love tequila.
And third of all, I hate tequila.
I'm willing. I'm willing to give it a whirl.
I would more just for the hell of it than anything. But I have yet to find a tequila that I basically don't want to immediately yak up. So my body does not like tequila for some reason.
Right.
It's like, this is not a dark liquor. What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, like, just general Blanco tequila is not great. But
I fought him once.
More of the age stuff, like Respirado and
damn it,
like a little bit older than that.
I am not going to be able to hear Respirado without thinking of that. Damn it.
You're welcome.
No, see here Respirado, and I think like the Desperado song from Rihanna.
Oh, okay, all right. That's way better. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's not much. Yeah, but yeah, I mean tequila. Like if you get stuff that's not just Jose Cuervo, it can get pretty good.
Yeah,
it's expensive, but it can be pretty good.
Yes, yeah, I'm willing to try, but I just haven't taken the plunge, you know. Like
well,
my boss swears by Don Julio. That's his favorite thing.
Right.
Here's
my thing. Don Julio always reminded me of a cheap Mexican restaurant chain.
Fair
right? You're like, hey, let's go to Don Julio's for dinner. And be like, you know, it's like Chi-Chi's.
If Lucha Libre was open right now, I'd go.
Dude, if Lucha Libre was open right now, I'd be like, Tony, come get me. Let's go eat all the tacos.
So, like, I mean, Don Julio is just so overpriced. I mean, if you're gonna like mess around with tequilas, I'd go like Hornitos. Like that's like cheap, but still like really good, solid tequila.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, once all this, all this Civil War, coup, pandemic, whatever is happening right now, that
minor stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, possibly, I can bring some bottles of decent tequila and some whiskeys and some rums, and we can party.
This seems like a good idea because I feel like we can do that and record it.
I mean, it sounds like a terrible idea, but I love it.
I feel like by the time we actually turn on the recording, we're going to be like, ugh. I mean,
yeah,
like, it's
guys,
good.
It's Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
What?
When did we start? Saturday?
Yeah.
How am I not dead?
Or
you revived me.
Or the move is, we get a little plot of land in a state campground, and we go native.
I like the idea of going native.
That's terrible. I'd rather go kimono.
That's part of going native, Brian.
I don't know if it is.
Yeah. I'll be looking at the state parks like guidelines. I'll be like, nowhere in here does it say you can't go balls out.
Right.
They're like, actually turn that over. It's in big letters on the back. Like, what?
Yeah, because you asked for it. We're getting the monkey shoulder now.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There we go.
Ooh,
that was weird. Go. It did not match up with the video. Because that lid was well off there before the boom.
Tony's on a 5-second delay for reasons.
Reasons.
Yeah. Craig put him on that delay.
Yeah.
Fucking Craig.
Dude, stop.
Craig's a pile of garbage.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble, man.
Nah, Craig sucks. He clearly showed how much he sucked the first time we did this.
Yeah.
What's worse is you look at, the internet and everyone's like, oh my God, if you're going to record on Discord, Craig is the best. Lies.
Yeah. Well, Tony, I don't know if you've heard this or not, but sometimes people lie on the internet.
What?
Yeah. I'm sorry I had to be the one to break it to you.
Wait, you don't have to be truthful on the internet?
No, actually.
But wait, all these sexy singles.
Yeah, they probably actually don't want to plow you. Sorry.
What?
Yeah. Sorry.
Damn it.
And
all
those
these
I've
girls
been,
have gone
I've been
wild.
presenting against my front window for no reason.
Yes. You should probably wash that window.
Nah, it's fine. I
You
have a
mean to
bidet,
tell
it's good.
me that if I get in the back of a taxi cab, I'm not going to be offered money for sexual acts?
Oh no, that'll
For
happen.
favors.
Yeah, that'll definitely happen. It may not be by anybody you want to offer you the money, but it'll happen, you know. Like a bunch of cougars or the taxi driver, whoever.
What you're saying is, Brian, I'm not going to randomly find somebody stuck in a washing machine.
You might.
What?
I can't guarantee that. You might.
Oh,
What the hell are you doing?
how did you get stuck in there in the first place? I don't know.
Does it matter?
It was so easy to pull you out. Yeah.
I'm really lazy. It's
Well,
like
according to internet physics, this rogering will dislodge you.
It's like you see those videos of people in water and they're just freaking out, and then someone's basically like, stand up, and then they're like, oh yeah, you know, it was only like knee deep water.
Goddamn Little John and Men in Tights.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to cut it right there. This conversation goes on for a while longer, but you can find that out when we release it as the next episode of I don't know, whatever, the Untitled Whiskey Project, as I've been referring to this on my own. You know, if you want to contact us on social media, hit us up at saltylanguage.com or at salty_language on Twitter. And, yeah, hope you enjoy it. Let us know, and we'll talk to you next time.